So we're out here trying to survive Melissa, and this is what they're feeding us, bro. What the fuck is this? Yo, I'm pissed off. Is this real life?
Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Building the Verse. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
So it's 9 o'clock in the morning and they have given out granola bars, plantain chips, and oh yeah.
So we all know about the devastating hurricane that hit Jamaica, but I've seen videos of this one tourist in Jamaica who was complaining about how the hotel was operating and the food that they were giving people while this hurricane was actively approaching. I'll tag her below because that's the most tone-deaf video I've ever seen, and for her to complain but also feel like she should be getting different treatment because she's a tourist, it's insane. Like the privilege of her to complain about these things while she can go home and everything that she had is still there. Meanwhile, the people of Jamaica have had their shit destroyed by this hurricane and their lives are forever changed, yet she's complaining. Like, just to have the audacity to complain about how a hotel is preparing for a hurricane, when for one, you shouldn't even be there because you knew about this hurricane coming, you shouldn't have even taken that trip. But number two, those workers aren't allowed to leave because they have to take care of the tourists at the hotel like you. Like, just where has people's humanity gone? Because, the average person would be like, oh my god, I took this trip, the hurricane's coming, like, I'm gonna do everything I can to help the staff, I'm not gonna complain because this could be life or death. But instead, she's just complaining. It's just so selfish to think like that. And like so many people are just becoming so much more self-centered. They're like, oh, what's going to happen to me? How does this affect me? It's me, instead of looking at, what's happened to the greater good of society.
Those workers who live in Jamaica care about giving you good food and good service, hot towels and fresh sheets.
This is what they gave us in our snack ration meal to go boxes. It has what is this? What is this? What is that? Okay, thank you.
Americans in Jamaica at the resort complaining about their food, quality, and the quantity they have got has. Hurricane Melissa making landfall in Jamaica. Majority of tourists that are trapped in the country are not satisfied with their treatment. Hundreds of tourists angry that they didn't get to make their way back home before the hurricane disaster.
Jamaicans in Jamaica could care less about giving you outstanding hotel experience right now. Americans, when I tell y'all, oh my gosh, fellow Americans, can y'all actually turn your brains on for 2.5 seconds?
Let us know what's your thoughts in the comment section.
So we're out here trying to survive Melissa.
That lady have to be a konomono, cause she can't righteous. Jamaica got to a star. Shouldn't you be concerned about your life and getting home safely? You're worried about food? Something is wrong with our present day humans, really. How come food come before your life? Mr. Mood even have appetite to eat seeing a storm like that. Category 5, where they want snapper fish. What were you expecting? Snapper fish? Where you could have right. You have no consideration, inconsiderate lady. You not think about the local people and the Jamaican citizens them who risk them life. Look after you. And everybody else who want justice because you talk foolery. People like you, man I know. But me have a strong feeling say a clout here look too. Me I beg to figure some grace spray for you.
So Jamaica gets absolutely demolished, and I see this video of this lady and she's screaming at the workers, yelling how it's so disrespectful that after the storm all they had to give them was pastries and bagged sandwiches and lunches. These workers probably lost their homes. They don't own the resort. They have nothing to do with the finances of it. And literally, they're trying to accommodate this lady as she's trying to walk across the street, even though it's completely flooded, everything's closed, people lost roofs of their home. It's actually insane.
So we all know about the devastating hurricane that hit Jamaica, but I've seen videos of this one tourist in Jamaica who was complaining about how the hotel was operating and the food that they were giving people while this hurricane was actively approaching. I'll tag her below because that's the most tone-deaf video I've ever seen, and for her to complain but also feel like she should be getting different treatment because she's a tourist, it's insane. Like the privilege of her to complain about these things while she can go home and everything that she had is still there. Meanwhile, the people of Jamaica have had their shit destroyed by this hurricane and their lives are forever changed, yet she's complaining. Like, just to have the audacity to complain about how a hotel is preparing for a hurricane, when for one, you shouldn't even be there because you knew about this hurricane coming, you shouldn't have even taken that trip. But number two, those workers aren't allowed to leave because they have to take care of the tourists at the hotel like you. Like, just where has people's humanity gone? Because, the average person would be like, oh my god, I took this trip, the hurricane's coming, like, I'm gonna do everything I can to help the staff, I'm not gonna complain because this could be life or death. But instead, she's just complaining. It's just so selfish to think like that. And like so many people are just becoming so much more self-centered. They're like, oh, what's going to happen to me? How does this affect me? It's me, instead of looking at, what's happening to the greater good of society.
What they gave us in our snack ration meal to go boxes at this hotel, all-inclusive resort. Okay? This is a lunch box that they
So lady, may I ask you something? Out of everything where you see happening in Jamaica, Melissa category 5 hurricane just passed through Jamaica, and that you choose to put up on the media. You have a right to turn off the comment section under this, because you know what you do is wrong. You know that. Imagine for you wake up and give God thanks. Say, look here, God, me thank you for bringing me through such a storm, and I'm still alive. And send out condolences to who lose their life, and send out, try to be empathetic towards who wash out and who flood out. And that you choose to put up about Jamaica. When the people might try their endeavor best to try to make something happen. I wasn't there, but looking at the line, you feel glad you get something. Because me I look on the line, and at least the amount of box where one person get, the amount of box I can see, maybe not even have no kids. Because they probably think that they're going to eat the food where you forget. Or you just look like the way you talk about your food is like when you don't eat breakfast in the morning, you start think about lunch. And when you start look about lunch, you say, oh, me don't eat lunch, what's for dinner? Lady, come on, man. You must have something else you can put up better on the internet. Look where we are going through right now. Thank God for life, man.
right out the storm, but this is what they gave us in our snack ration meal to go boxes at this hotel, all-inclusive resort. Okay? This is a lunch box that they gave us. This has what is this? What is this?
So Jamaica's about to face a catastrophic hurricane, and this is what you're complaining about? You've got how many boxes in that bag, and all of them are filled with food. Considering the situation, you're whining about what kind of food you gotta eat? What were you expecting? Steak and mashed potatoes while a Category 5 storm is about to hit? And let's talk about the locals who shared that food with you. Locals, who are probably at work, worried sick about their own families at home, still sharing what they have with entitled tourists like you. And you're sitting there, laughing, demanding a refund because you didn't get the right food? A refund for an act of God? Is that what you're saying? You think Secret's all-inclusive hotel planned the hurricane? You're out here recording the food they gave you and complaining on TikTok because it wasn't exactly what you wanted? That's just ungrateful. Think about it, those staff members who are locals could be at home with their families getting ready for the storm, but instead they're working, serving you food. And this is how you repay them? Seriously?
Nothing but right.
I'm going to come on here and say this, not as a Jamaican, but as a human being. And I'm currently in America right now, so I'm speaking to American people. And I'm not blaming all of you because I understand that, not all of you are like this. Do you get what I mean? Like, America actually has beautiful people, right? But I've been coming across videos of, American people in Jamaica that are basically complaining at hotel staff and being rude to them about the fact that the food is not to their standard. Mind you, Jamaica has not seen a hurricane like this since 1988. The last time a hurricane came at this strength was Hurricane Gilbert, do you understand? And our parents speak about it, including my mom, all the time. So the fact that something like this happened again is truly devastating. Now I see a lot of people on social media saying, oh, but you could have left. Oh, this, oh, that. I'm not going to blame the tourists because I don't know what that tourist financial circumstances is. Maybe they never had the means to leave, do you understand? Because it wouldn't be fair of me to jump on this lady with everybody else not understanding her point of view or why she chose to react the way she did. I'm not going to invalidate, how she feels. But what I'm saying is, bro, people lost a lot in this hurricane. People lost their homes. And a lot of these people who lost everything are impoverished. But I just say this to say, like, be human, man. Like, just be human. Because I get it. You know, you worked and you save all that money to go and have the Jamaican experience. And it just never happened. And understand, it's not the Jamaican people's fault. It's not the hotel staff fault. Like, they did not conjure up that hurricane. Like, if Caribbean people had the power to not conjure up them things, we wouldn't. Like, I'm telling you, it's not their fault. Just be human. A lot of people have lost so much in this hurricane, including the hotel staff that some of you mans are down there yelling at, bro. They do not live at the resort. They eventually have to go home. And a lot of them might be going home to nothing. Just, I'm not invalidating it. I get it. Your money went down the drain. Yeah, but be human. Just be a human being. That's all it is. That's all, you know? That's all I had to say, man. That kind of was disappointing to see, but that's all I'm gonna say. Just be human. Just pick it up with the resort. You know, let them give you a refund. You get your money and you go home, because what some of you don't understand is you go home to your nice houses in states where hurricanes probably don't even come. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have not lost anything apart from the Jamaican experience. Like, you're gonna go home with your life intact. A lot of people are not privileged as you. Just be human, man. Good night.
These black Americans on my feed at the resorts are so annoying. I can't wait for them to fix the airport so y'all can get back the fuck home. We tell down now, we don't want to know Jamaica, because the mentality is so fuck up. And it's so crazy, it is the black Americans. You know, the one them we think would understand we more and be more nicer to we. And them are the fuck up one, and them are in trouble. Let me make this very clear for y'all. As a former resort worker, regular we want to tell you to go suck on the mother. I mean, I care what watch and no understand. Yeah, man, a regular we want to tell you to go suck on the mother. Because on attitude just fuck up. Hurricane Melissa has been a warning long before it reached. Y'all knew this shit was coming. Y'all came and find everything to complain about and come on the internet with it. Y'all need to get the fuck back home. We don't give a fuck who choose not to come back to Jamaica. Keep on the bumbuckler money and go on elsewhere with no fucking attitude. Yeah, I see this big fat sour one named Simora or whatever the fuck she name. Go home. Let me have the picture, Hungry Belly Girl. See Hungry Belly Girl, yeah? Yeah, man. No top complain, I resort them for food and five. She wants a 5-star service during the fucking hurricane. That is a category 5. So you're a princess. I see it. One in your bumbuckler, yeah.
Why are y'all being so mean to the Americans in Jamaica? Like, okay, hold on. Some people are annoying as fuck. Okay. The most annoying girl that I have seen is not from America. She's like from Bermuda, has an obvious accent. She's complaining about the food, and somebody was like, have you tried internet? Not the point, Vita. But anyway, like, y'all are saying, why would you go to Jamaica during hurricane season? The motherfucker open, ain't it? Jamaica don't close during hurricane season. We do have hurricane season every year, but a Cat 5 don't hit Jamaica every year. You make your plans and you hope for the best. But why would you have your wedding? Why you don't have travel insurance? It's like, oh my God. Y'all really do too much to me. If a monumental natural disaster occurs while I'm on vacation and I am now stuck and the hotel is still charging me $300 and $400 a night, I'm gonna be blown as fuck. It doesn't mean that I don't have $300. It's just, it was a natural disaster. Crazy that people are lined up at the front desk having to pay as they like. Ridiculous complaints about no alcohol, quality of food, okay. But if anybody said anything, y'all on their ass. But that's just so fucking ridiculous. And if you go on a trip and you had enough for a 3-day and now it's a 4, 5, 7 day and now your pockets is tight, then I'm not judging you, okay? I done been on trips where pockets is tight. I'm not making fun of anybody that ran out of money, okay? People get locked out their rooms because they can't pay. Like, damn, to me, that's just doing a lot. Y'all just be doing a lot.
If I see one more fucking stranded tourist video in Jamaica complaining, about the accommodations, about the food, about the staff, who, by the way, I don't know, are risking their fucking lives that are not with their families. So you can get on the fucking internet and complain that you don't like the 2 pieces of plantain and the fucking piece of jerk chicken that you were served. Are we fucking okay? No, I'm clearly not. Clearly I am not okay because people are fucking ridiculous. This happened when the fires were going on in Hawaii. People were like, oh my god, I can't go to Hawaii. What the fuck is wrong with you? People live there. I know it might be a little fucking adult playground for you, but people live there. There are hospitals there. There are schools there. There are businesses there outside of your fucking little playground. Why is that so hard for people to understand? It is an island of 2.8 million people. You think they're all there to just wait for y'all to get off the fucking plane? Anyway, clearly I'm not okay, but yo, one love, Jamaica. I know you're gonna get through it, cause like you are the people that could not be fucking broken. So here we are. Melissa's gonna have a fucking run for her money. I promise you that. Anyway, I'm done. If I see one more fucking
Well, look at here. Another entitled ungrateful tourist currently in Jamaica during a Category 5 hurricane. What could possibly be her issue? Let's find out. Meet Simora. I guess I'm pronouncing it correctly, but who cares? Let's find out what she's pissed off or upset or disgusted about. She's currently staying at the Secrets All-Inclusive Resort in Jamaica during a Category 5 hurricane, and she proceeds to create a video showing the food that the staff brought for her and the person that is in the room for her. They received 4 bags. 2 of the bags had multiple containers of food. As you can see, this is a container, this is a container, this is another one up at the top. It's another one over here with some fruit cocktails in it. And then you can see there's some containers underneath here. What could possibly be the problem? It looks like she's being fed along with the other guests in the room with her. But what could be the problem? Let's take a look at what's inside these containers. So she proceeds to show us this container. It looks like some potatoes, some carrots, and some cucumbers. I don't see a problem here. It's a Category 5 hurricane. What are you expecting? Caviar, steak, sushi, a crab boil? Thank you for bringing this to me. I'm grateful I have some substance. Yeah, but let's continue to look into the containers. Do you see anything wrong with this food? Let me know. But let's keep going. Look at here. We have crackers, cheese, a variety of cheese, 2 bread rolls, some lettuce, and a variety of meats. I don't know about you, but I love me some charcuterie. Definitely can make a sandwich, nibble, substance. It's a Category 5 hurricane. Thank you. I'm grateful. Is something to have on my stomach to sustain me. But what is the problem? Why is she disgusted? Why is she complaining? Let's keep going. Well, what do we have here? Breakfast, eggs, bacon, 2 hash browns, and it looks like some either vegetables or salsa over there. Pretty good breakfast during a Category 5 hurricane where there's possibly no electricity, no gas, or anything to really prepare a smorgasbord, a variety, a buffet of foods, but it's something to sustain you. So what is the problem, Samora? What is the problem? I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. This is a true example of being ungrateful. The people who prepare this food are at work currently and not at home buckling down with their families. Do you understand that the residents of Jamaica could lose everything at a moment's notice due to this hurricane, and you have a problem with...
So we all saw the footage, a devastating hurricane slamming into Jamaica, whole communities facing flooding, roofs ripped off, families trying to survive winds strong enough to shake concrete. And yet, in the middle of all that, there is this viral video of a tourist, a woman standing in a hotel lobby, complaining about the food and service as if the world wasn't literally falling apart outside. It's moments like this that make you stop and think, how disconnected have we become from reality? You have got people boarding up their homes, protecting their children, praying the storm passes, and these stories is upset about that her snack box isn't government. Like, how do you even see the irony? And what makes it worse is that this is not an isolated mindset. This kind of tourist entitlement, this "I paid for luxury so I deserve it no matter what is happening" attitude, is something that has been building for years. Social media has amplified it. Everyone wants to document their vacation, make it picture perfect, and when reality doesn't match that fantasy, even in a literal natural disaster, they react like it's a customer service issue. Let us just pause there, because imagine this: you are a Jamaican hotel worker, you live nearby, you have got family, maybe your home's at risk, maybe you have already lost power, maybe your kids are in another part of this island with your parents, but you can't leave because you are required to stay and serve the tourists. You are feeding them, cleaning up, keeping the place running while a category 4 hurricane is barreling toward the coast. And then one of those tourists turns around, points at the meal to go box you just handed them, and say, "What is this?" with disgust in their voice. That is what this moment represents: a complete loss of empathy. A moment when privilege blinds people to humanity, because it's not just about food or comfort, it's about respect, it's about acknowledging that the people around you are human beings, not service robot programmed to cater to you no matter what is happening. And I think a lot of Americans, especially those traveling abroad, need to hear this. Your passport doesn't make you special in someone else's country. Your money doesn't make you immune to reality, and being a tourist doesn't mean the locals own you peace, comfort, or perfection when disaster strikes. Because let's be honest, you knew a hurricane was coming. Everyone knew. It was on the news for days, but the vacation wasn't cancelled and you choose to go anyway. And that is where responsibility starts. If you decide to travel into a storm zone, you accept that things might go wrong. You can't turn around and act shocked when the hotel staff patronize safety over five-star dining. Now let's talk about what this really says about our culture. We live in an age of instant gratification, same-day delivery, 5 minutes food delivery, digital entertainment on demand. People are so used to getting what they want instantly that patience feels like punishment. Empathy feels optional, and when you combine that with the sense of superiority where some tourists carry abroad, it turns ugly real fast. Because when you look deeper, this isn't just about one woman. It's about a mindset that is being exported from Western consumer culture, especially from the United States. A mindset that says, if I pay for something, I am entitled for perfection. But life doesn't work that way, and nature definitely doesn't care about your resort experience. What is even more painful to watch is that while she was complaining about her mailbox, Jamaicans are across the island. We are losing everything. Entirely neighborhoods were flooded, power lines down, families trapped in their homes, people watching their lives washed away. But somehow, the story that went viral wasn't the devastation, it was her complaint that tells you everything about the pathologies of the internet too. Outrage gets clicks, empathy doesn't. And that is why videos like hers go viral, because it's not just what she said, it's what it symbolized. A world where people have grown so insulated by comfort that they have forgotten that what struggle even looks like. Let's break it down further. When a hurricane hits, there is a system that kicks into place. Hotels go into emergency mode. Staff work overtime. Food supplies are rationed. Electricity can go out at any moment. People sleep in hallways for safety. There is fear in the air, and yet these workers are doing everything they can to keep guests safe. Now imagine being that staff member hearing tourists complain about quality and quantity of food. What kind of message does that send? It says my comfort matters more than your survival. That is the heart of the issue. And it's not just about her. It's about how the world sees service workers, especially in the Caribbean, Africa, and the other part of the global south. There is a colonial undertone that still lingers. This idea that locals exist to serve tourists, that hospitality is their duty, no matter the circumstances, that even in crisis their role doesn't change. And the saddest part is, many of these workers know it. They know they can't walk away. Their jobs depend on it, their bosses demand it, their families depend on the income, so they swallow the frustration, smile through exhaustion, and serve food to people complaining about portion size during a hurricane. That's the imbalance the world refuses to talk about. Because when people book a Caribbean gateway, they imagine paradise. They see palm trees, tutoriums, water, smiling staff. They don't see the reality that those smiling faces might go home to neighborhoods that flood every storm season. They don't see the poverty, the vulnerability, or the lack of infrastructure that makes recovery so hard after a hurricane. So when this American tourist stood there complaining, she wasn't just being tone deaf, she was embodying a system that has been tone deaf for centuries. Now here's where the conversation gets uncomfortable. A lot of people watching the video said, "Oh yes, she's just upset. It's normal to complain, but it's not that simple. Context matters, timing matters, humanity matters. When you are in another country during a natural disaster, surrounded by locals risking their lives to take care of you, complaining about your food isn't normal, it's disrespectful. Empathy costs nothing. A simple thank you could have gone a long way. A little awareness of what is happening beyond your own place could have changed the tone completely." Let's also be honest about privilege. Being able to live after the hurricane is privilege. Being able to go home to a safe environment while locals rebuild from rubble, that is privilege. Having insurance, stable infrastructure, and a government that can respond fast, that is privilege. Jamaicans don't have that luxury. They are not flying out once the storm passes. They are staying to pick up what is left of their homes, their schools, their communities. And yet, some tourists see the experience as a temporal inconvenience, a rule vacation instead of a national crisis. This is the bigger message here. We have to start centering ourselves from every narrative. Every strategy isn't about how it affects you. Sometimes the right response is silence, empathy, and action. Help if you can. Donate, volunteer, spread awareness, but don't turn disaster into a personal yip review. And I know some people might say, well, she was scared, maybe it was her way of coping. Sure, fear makes people react differently, but even fear doesn't excuse disrespect. There's a difference between being scared and being selfish. And here's the truth, the workers she complained about, they were scared too. They just didn't have the luxury to express it. It's heartbreaking that this video went viral for the wrong reasons, but maybe it's also an opportunity for reflection, for tourists, for Americans, for anyone traveling to a country facing hardship. The next time you step off a plane somewhere, remember that your vacation spot is someone else's home. Their reality doesn't pause for your lecture. Their storms are real. Their losses are permanent. So when disaster hits, the question isn't what am I getting, but what can I give? That is what humanity should look like. Because at the end of the day, nature doesn't discriminate. Hurricane doesn't care about nationality, race, or wealth. But how we respond to each other in those moments, that is what shows who we really are. So maybe instead of mocking Jamaica or complaining about hotel service, people should take a step back and think, what if it were you? What if you were the one trying to feed others while worrying about your own home? Maybe then you did understand why empathy should always come before entitlement.
And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovely. See you when I upload the next video.